live class. It's 9 a.m. Wednesdays, and today's class on Wednesday mornings is our Improving Your Stability and Strength. So good morning, thank you for being here. I appreciate you logging on and being with me at this moment. My name is Rebecca Zalstedt. I'm a certified health coach, personal trainer, and fitness instructor here at our beautiful Hoag Health Center in Foothill Ranch, California with our lifestyle program. So if this is your first time joining me today, thank you. I hope you enjoy the class. This class is about exactly what the title states, improving your stability. So what does that mean? We're going to be going through a series of exercises where we're balancing, we're training the body about proprioception, your place in space, just knowing how to manipulate your alignment in a way that helps you to become more stable and strong when that brain kicks on and you're, out for a walk somewhere on unstable ground or something that's a little bit precarious and such. You've trained your muscles to respond in the way that we want them to respond, that you're safe, that you know your surroundings, that you know your spacing, and just being in that moment and knowing how to handle those types of situations to be the safest as possible. I just want to make this little tip here known for those of you also that have been joining me. This is something that I've been thinking about, and I wanted to provide this to you as well, is that when we think about nutrition, when we're eating, we think about just eating because it tastes good, or we're just eating mindlessly. So this is something that also occurs in the fitness workout, activity type of situation, that we're just, out and about, we're moving, and that's great. But when we think about being more mindful, of course with nutrition, that's a whole other world. But we want to think about being mindful also with our fitness, with our activity, being in that moment and really listening to your body's response and where you're feeling contraction, where you're feeling muscles working, and really tapping into that a little bit more. So for instance, when we're out for a walk, we're probably not thinking about engaging the core. We're probably not thinking about posture. We're probably not thinking so much about intensity. So these are things that will really up your level with your fitness and take you to another area of being more fit, being more conscious, being more mindful. So thinking about, as you're walking, am I engaging my abdominals, pulling that belly in? Am I walking with good posture, pulling my shoulders back? Am I walking heavy? Okay, when we walk heavy, we're putting a tremendous load on the knees. So we want to think about lifting up and away from the floor or from the ground when you're out walking, engaging your core, pulling your shoulders back, walking with good tempo and intensity for a consistent amount of time. So these are little things that we also want to tap into when we do this class. When we do this class and we're practicing balancing, I want you to always be conscious of your posture. Of course, I'm going to be cueing you that about that very frequently. So we're thinking about posture, we're thinking about the core, pulling in as much as possible. And I'm also going to give you some other cues on, the positioning of the body, the hips, the knees, your ankles, and things like that. So it's just a training effect. It takes practice. And really being mindful and in the moment. That is the most important thing when it comes to this class, anything in fitness and your exercise routine, as well as other things too. But we'll concentrate just on the fitness. So if this is your first time, thank you so much for being here. We're going to get started in just a moment. But do please subscribe to our channel. It's amazing to see how much we've grown. We're almost at 20,000 subscribers, so that's amazing. Feel free to share our content, this video, with your friends, family members, anybody that you feel that might benefit from this workout or any of our other content. So let's see how many we have today. We have a small group coming on. Okay. So with this class today also, we're going to be practicing the balancing as I mentioned. So we want to make sure that we are safe always. So you want to make sure that you have something that you can hold onto that's about hip height. You're not leaning into something, so that you can make sure that you have the proper spinal alignment. So a chair, a desk, the tabletop, whatever you want to hold on to, as long as that provides you with enough support and it's stable itself. Okay, and then in addition, we are working on strength, so some weights would be terrific and most recommended. If you don't have weights right now, it's okay, but do think about maybe having that little investment with some small dumbbells. It is amazing and life-changing, really, truly life-changing. So today, I am using a little bit heavier weight than I usually do in this class. Normally, I'll use 3-pound dumbbells. For the last couple of years, I've been using those 3 pounds. But today, I'm gonna use 5-pound dumbbells as we're progressing now, okay? So if you've been using the same weight for a long period of time, try using a little bit heavier for just a few repetitions. If it's starting to feel like it's a little too much, you can always set them down and go to the lighter set as you train those muscles to become stronger. It's not a whole lot of training, it's not a whole lot of strength work here in this class, so just enough to get those muscles heated and get them working a little bit. That's what they love to do, right? Our muscles love to work, yes. Okay, so let's get started with a warm-up. With this class, also for those of you that are new and not really sure about what's incorporated in this class really is about just, as I mentioned, improving your stability and strength, but it's not the class where we're doing this all in a seated position, because we're not activating the core, our major stability centerpiece. Okay, so when we're standing, of course, we're getting that core to ignite and activate, and that's what we want, okay? All right, so let's get warmed up. Everybody's standing, everybody's ready to go. I'll check the live chat also periodically to see if you have any questions. Let me know where you're watching from. That's always fun. It's so really interesting to see where everybody's from. Hello. So, okay, great. So let's get started. One of my favorite songs. All right. Let's feel this energy. Go ahead and stand up, everybody, and march it out. March it out. Nice and light on your feet. Staying lifted. Shoulders are back. Yes. All right. By the way, I'm sorry I don't have my background today. That's all right. I kind of blend in now, huh? Okay. Nice big inhale and exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale, one more time. Nice job, march it out. Legs go wide. And watch out, we tap. Tap, side to side. Belly's pulling in, shoulders are back. Let's take a nice little curve here with the arm across the chest. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Tap it out. Okay, but we need to get warm, right? So watch this next one. Tap in, tap in, tap in. Yes. Good. Now tap. 2, 3. Now kick. 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 Oh, a little bit of a balance. Tap it in. And kick right here. Up. Woo. Tap it in. And kick. Balance. Abs tight. Shoulders back. Watch out right here. Across. Nice job. We need 4 more. Good. All right. And hold it center. Inhale up. Exhale. Again. Exhale. Big shoulder rolls back. And reverse. 3. And 1. Just hold it right here. Legs wide. Nice big stretch on that left arm. Ah. Other side. Good. One more time each side. Nice big stretch. Feels good? go back to a march right here. Okay, let's do a little lateral movements, okay? Something that we're not used to and important to do. Let me turn down a little bit, yeah? I'm sorry, I like it loud. Okay, so what we're gonna do, 2 steps to your left, 2 steps to your right. Watch me first. And it goes. Step tap, step tap. Now, as you do this, come along with me now. We want to make sure of a few things. Shoulders remain pulling back, okay? So we're not losing the alignment. The abs are constantly activated, pulling in. Lost my timing there. Okay. Your feet are pointing straight ahead, so we're not turning the feet. Okay? Straight ahead, straight ahead. Okay, now here's the next tricky part. Watch, you keep this going. Keep it going. Now watch me. I'm gonna do a kick. Oh, that's why we did those kicks in the beginning. Are you with me? Good job. 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and march it out. Great job. Okay, our next one. Now we're getting into our stretch, okay? Alternate heels in front. As you do this, try to pull the toes up towards the ceiling. Up, up, push. Okay? Good job. Now watch out, we're gonna hold that left heel out. Are you ready? Right now. Hold it out and sitting back. Oh, stretch. Keep that chin up. Breathe. And now coming up, let's change sides. And sitting back. Good job, everybody. Feel that nice stretch in the hamstrings. Yes. And coming up. Go ahead and clasp your hands in front of you and push away, stretching that upper back. And release, clasp your hands behind you and gently roll the shoulders back. Hold it here. Good. And release. Go ahead, shake it out, shake it out. All right, nice work here. Oh yes, we could just keep going with that. That's so much fun. So back in the day when I used to teach the silver sneakers classes, we'd start with a nice little warm-up, kind of like that, but a little bit longer, of course, as an hour class. And then at the end, we do a fun little dance at the end of the class. So that's always great to end with, thinking about maybe adding something like that for this class. But we'll see, not right now, we'll see, okay? All right, so let's get started. Everybody's ready to balance. We're gonna start with our calf raises. It's normally something that I usually start with. And you know, you'll find that a lot of these exercises we repeat week to week. We're doing this kind of as the same sort of thing, little switch up here and there, but this is our training, okay? So we want to make sure that we keep this going. We just don't do it once and then never again. So that's one thing that I want to bring to your attention, and know that, you know, we're always going to be working on progression and some of these same exercises, okay, and working through them. So first thing we're going to do is our calf raise. I'm going to be facing my chair here, so you can be facing your support. You're going to lay your hands softly on that support, okay? And we're going to lift up onto the tippy toes, working through those ankle joints, and then down slow. Okay, so straight up onto the toes and down. Now, keep this going as I talk to you about this. You can keep your hands or your fingertips on your support. We just don't want to push our body into the support and trying to lift this way. Okay, so the range of motion on your calf raise here is relative to everyone, right? It might be a small lift and it might be quick and short. Just trying to push yourself up a little higher every time. Also, see if you can hold it up for just a moment and then lower if your range is small, okay? It's okay, but if we can hold it up a little bit longer, you're making that progression, you're training that response from the body. Now, we're gonna try to do this with our arms out, extended in front, or you can keep your hands on the chair, wherever you feel safe. So arms out, and we're gonna lift up and down. So let's think about this for a moment. Abs are pulling in, oh, shoulders are back, nice long spine. Give me 4 more, and then we're gonna hold it up. So here's 3 more. We're good? 2, 1, and now we're gonna hold it up, everybody. Up you go, hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming down. Good, shake out those legs. Oh, easy one, that was an easy one, right? We feel a little burn in the lower legs. They're feeling warm and ready to do some more work, right? Okay. Okay, let's get into a little bit harder stuff. So we're going to work on 1-leg balance exercises. So what I'd like you to do is be conscious of your positioning with your hips. We want a straight line from hip bone to hip bone, so we're not torqued out, leaning to one side, okay? We have the belly engaged, the abdominals, we have the shoulders back. Check, 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 okay. The next thing is we want the supporting legs soft and bent, just a bit, okay? I know, it's a lot of instruction. We have to have this, okay? All right, so left leg slightly bent. Let's bring that right knee up. Okay, we have everything in check. So hold on to your support just lightly. Start training your response from the body to know when we're unbalanced, and we're just gonna work through it. Hold it here. Good. Now lift this knee, your right knee a little bit higher, and then down. Okay, keep that going. Up and down and up. Good. Now, if we can, if you're ready for the next level, we're going to bring the arms out to the side as we continue this movement. So watch out here, arms come out to the side and lift up and down. Good. Really trying to keep those hips in one straight line and anchoring down that left foot. One more time. Good. And now we're going to hold that knee up right here. Hold it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. And down it goes. Ooh, you feel that work. March it out a little bit to recover. Keep that moving. Okay, everybody's good? Are you still with me? Let's take a look. Thank you, everybody. Okay, here we go with the other side. So just our cues to remind you, your right leg is slightly bent, shoulders are back, abs are engaged, and we're going to lift that knee up, hold it here for a moment, find that positioning, always pulling the shoulders back, okay? Breathe. Good. Okay, we're holding it here for a moment. We're going to lift a little higher and then down to the floor. Tap and lift. Just trying to do the best we can to stay stable. Good. And up. Good job, good job. And one more time. We're going to take the arms out to the side and continue a few more here. Moving. Only if you feel safe. If you do not feel safe, then you keep one hand down on your support, okay? Good job. All right, let's hit one more here. Up you go, and now we're gonna hold it up. So hold it here. Keep that chest lifted up and away from the floor. Good. And coming on down. Ooh, march it out. Okay, let's change this up now. Normally we'll go from balance, 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 but today we did a little bit of balance, and now we're gonna do a little bit of strength. Okay, a little bit of strength for those legs. No weights on this first one. We're gonna go into a nice wide plie squat. So legs are wide, okay? Toes turned out a little bit. Instead of here, we just have them pointing out to a diagonal angle. Hands on your waist. So we're supported. We have a good amount of space between the legs to keep us supported. We're not balancing here. We're just coming into a little bend of the legs, firing those quads. Now in this position, are your knees over your toes? Okay, so that would be here. I don't know if you can tell. So we want to make sure that's wide enough so the knees are right on top of the bows of your shoelaces. Come on up. All right, here we go. Down. Hold 1, 2, 3, and coming up. and down. Good. Now if you're worried about your knees, you know, maybe make this much smaller, or, you know, you can just skip this one for now if you need to. Okay, just working on that quad strength. So important to keep those legs strong. Now come on down and stay here, okay? Stay here, stay here. All right, no problem, we're good? Now you're gonna lift your heels from side to side. So watch here, lift and down. Oh, yeah. Lift and down. Good, let's go now. Up, down, up, down. Good, a little faster if you can. Up and down, 4 more to go. And 1, 2, 3, and 4, and coming up. Good, shake it out. Good, good, good. Okay, a little water break if you need it. Let's check the chat. And we are continuing. Oh, thank you. Hi, Deborah. Ankles, wiggles. Okay. Yes, you know, our ankle joints, so important to keep those joints really strong and mobile. I mean, can you imagine this small joint taking up all of this load, okay? So that's a lot. When we are doing a lot of activity, or maybe even not so, we want to work on keeping those joints really strong and mobile. If they're tight, then of course it limits our range of motion, and also that can cause pain and discomfort. So when you're sitting, when you're just sitting, maybe you're watching TV, do some little ankle circles. In fact, let's do that right now. Stand on one foot, ankle circles, okay, and then reverse it. Such a small thing, so important, you know, and flex and hold, point and flex, point and flex. So I love when you give me something, you know, in the live chat. And here we are going spontaneous now. That's awesome. And hold. Now let's do the circle in the opposite direction. Inward, inward, inward. Okay. You feel that work. And hold the flex. And point and flex. Now can you do this standing on one foot with your arms out? And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And just march that out. Little things that, you know, people don't normally think about. And then we wonder why, you know, we might get an injury, or, you know, just these little places that are so important to keep strong and mobile can have an enormous effect, okay, on your overall strength, mobility, and all of that. Let's try the other side. Again, I love the spontaneity. Your left leg is slightly bent, and your right foot is off the floor a bit. We're going to circle the foot outwards and inwards. Circle the foot, big circle. Work that joint mobility. Okay, and reverse. Okay. I know, random people just walking by. Okay, and hold. That time we did a little bit differently. Point and flex. Okay, point and flex. Point and flex. And hold. So I gave you both ways on that first round, so we'll just finish it off that way. And inwards, circle the foot. You know, this type of little exercise, go ahead and hold, is a great thing to do also right after a walk. If you went and did a little bit of a walk or run, okay, and relax. Okay, well, I love that. Thank you so much. All right, so let's do our next balance exercise for the lower body. And this is activating your hamstrings right back here and our glutes. So the hamstrings, those muscles, pretty much the entire backside of our body, does not get very much work. Most of what we do in everyday life is forwards, okay? We're moving forwards. We're not moving backwards. We're not activating the back of our body, okay, to do much except, you know, supporting ourselves. So this is where we have the most muscle atrophy, where we have, you know, muscle getting more weak on the backside of our body. So let's work on the hamstrings first of all. Okay, everybody, so here we go. You're gonna stand on your right foot. I'm just gonna, you know, give you exactly what I'm doing here. On your right foot, your leg is slightly bent. Your left leg is behind you, okay? Now, I'd like you to really try to keep your knee back. There's a lot of action going on out there, I'm sorry. Okay, so all we're gonna do is pull the heel up towards the rear and tap the floor. Your knee is the hinge of a door. When you open and close a door, that hinge does not move, right? It stays in one place as the door shifts back and forth. Your knee is that hinge, okay? Your knee stays there. And you pull that heel up, and then you bring it down. Yes? Awesome, let's go. Okay, pulling it up and down. Shoulders are back. Chest is lifted. Oh, it's a game changer, right? When you try to do it this way. Game changer. Activating the hamstring muscle right here. Now, if we're a little bit more advanced, we've got to improve our stability. We want the arms to be out so we engage our core and get that to work by keeping us more stable, pulling in those abdominal muscles. Let's try 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes down to rest for a moment. You can shift your weight back if you need to. Same side, same side. Now we're going to balance. We're going to pull the heel up towards the rear, hands on your waist, holding here. Now really concentrate on pulling that chest up. So instead of being here, whoa, whoa, right? We want to pull the hips under, long spine, pulling up, up, up. Exaggerate it. It's okay. You can exaggerate it. Holding 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming down. Our core, okay, is, as I mentioned, the main component of our balance and stability. Everything is centered around the core, right? So when we have a stronger core and it is continuously activated, then you know that you have even better support, okay? So very important that we think about that. Let's get the other side. Go ahead and push your right foot back. Nice long body, pulling up and away from the floor. Left leg slightly bent. Here we go, and pulling that heel up and down slow. Remember that we're keeping that knee in one place. It's not moving around, okay? Keep it in one place, up and down. Squeeze that hamstring, lengthen. Squeeze and lengthen. Working on that hamstring strength as well, right here. Just breathing. The slower, the better. Okay. Good. Let's continue without holding on, possible. Just keeping yourself nice and long, abs tight. And we'll try 4 more. 3, 2, 1. And rest. March it out. Okay, that would be, a great exercise to include in your daily routine. You can absolutely do that daily. We're going to work with our weights now. Okay, and do a little upper body strength work. Okay, so if you are working with heavy weights, be careful. When we balance and we're using heavy weight, that can absolutely knock you out of that balance. It makes it very difficult to maintain, so just be mindful about that. We're going to do a little bit of an exercise here, with our legs in the tandem position. So that is heel to toe, okay? Heel to toe, as if you are on a tight wire right here. This is the most challenging position. You might find that you're already trying to, make yourself upright and stable. So if that is too challenging, you want to just open the legs a little bit. The more space we have between the legs, the more stability you will have, okay? That's gravity helping you out there. So wherever you are with that, we're going to do a little hammer curl. So shoulders are nice and pulled back, bringing your weights up towards the shoulders and then down slow. Okay, up and down. As you're doing this, okay, I'm going to turn sideways. We want to keep the elbows back. Again, another hinge here. With that elbow joint, it stays in one place. So we don't have the elbows shifting around like this, okay? Keep those elbows in one place and come up 1, 2, 3, down 2, 3. Squeezing inner thighs as well. We have a lot going on here, everybody. We have a lot going on. We're squeezing inner thighs. We're pulling in the abs. We have the shoulders back. And we're working our biceps. Okay, we can do it. Let's try 3 more here. 2. And 1. Good, and rest. Let's change sides. So now you have an opposite foot in front, right here. And we're gonna do now a supine curl. So that means your palms are up this time. Same thing, we're just gonna pull up with the biceps and down slow. Okay, so now the load is a little bit different. I always like to start with the hammer curl because it's sort of an easier exercise to do and sort of warms up the biceps before you do this load work, which is a little bit more intense. You might be feeling that now that we're even warmed up. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. So same thing, we're squeezing inner thighs, we're pulling the belly in. You're looking so great, I know it. Let's try 3 more. 3, 2, yes, and 1. Perfect, okay? So it's a great way to incorporate a little bit of balance work while you're working on upper body. Same thing we're gonna do on this next exercise, but it's a little bit more challenging. I'm gonna start slow and we'll progress, okay? Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your weight in your right hand on your right shoulder. Since I'm facing you, I'm mirroring you, so that's your right arm. Let's just start with a very basic move. Your left leg is going to lift up to the side. Now let me show you this first because I have no support now. And this might be a little bit too much. And I'll show you what to do if it is. But here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna take the leg out to the side for a small hold and then bring it back. Up and small hold and bring it back. So we have hip activation now working on the hip area. Now we'll do that for a few and then we're gonna add an overhead press, okay? So just be careful with that. If you are not using weights and you prefer to do this exercise holding on for support, you're just gonna have your hand lightly on your support as you lift the leg up, hold, and down. And continuous, movement, working on that hip activation and balance, okay? So there you go. Be my guest to do any other type of strength work if you'd like. So let's get this going. We're a little bit behind, I apologize, but we'll get this and then we'll pretty much be done. Okay, so we're gonna start with it just resting here. Your left leg out to the side. Your right leg, everybody, slightly bent. You're with me? Okay, here we go. Heads out and back. Out. Good. Yes, we have this. Let's try 3 more like this. Push away. Nice long spine. 2. Okay. And 1. Take a moment. Release those feet. And now we're going to try a few with the press. Okay, so here we go. Everything goes up and down. Push up and down. And 3. 4. Let's go for 6, okay? 5. 6. And down. Okay, so you start maybe feeling your supporting foot burn a little bit. It's not used to supporting all of the weight like that. So do a small set, and then if you'd like to do that over again, please go ahead and do so. All right, so we got the other side. All right, so let's start with the leg lift to the side. Your left leg slightly bent. I'm almost done. We got it. Here we go. Up and down. And up and down. So you're really anchoring that left leg down into the floor. Okay, getting that nice lift to the side. Good job. I think we have 2 more. 1. Okay, and a 2. Perfect. A little break right there. Okay. And now we try it with the press. Everybody ready? We got it. Let's go. And push. 1. Balance. Bring it back. Very robotic. Yes. Smooth though. We're trying to just move through this nice and smoothly. Exhale. Good. Last 2. Push. And 1 more. Push. Good. And rest. Okay. Have a little sip of water. Let's see if we have any, oh no. So, okay. Yes, you know, it takes a little time as we go through the training effect and try to get our body to respond in all these great ways. Let's end with 1 more exercise combination. We're going to hit your middle back, okay, and also the back of the upper arms, the tricep muscles, okay? So another muscle group that we hardly ever use, right? And when we don't use it, we use it, okay. So what we're going to do is a bent over row. So we're very supported here. We're not balancing, just strictly strength. You're going to come down into a slight bend position. Your arms are out in front of you, okay, right here. You're going to drive the elbows back, squeezing your middle back, your rhomboids, pulling those shoulder blades together. Then we pull back in front, okay? If you need to come up every now and then, if you're feeling some tension in your lower back, you know, you don't have to come down as low. But what happens when we come up right and we're trying to do this exercise is a lot of people will do shoulder shrug. Okay, so coming down a little bit prevents that from happening. Okay, let's go. And pull, squeeze middle back, extend. Okay. Squeeze middle back, get those muscles working. Exhale, inhale. Good work. Give me 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. And rest. Okay. It would be super great for you all to do that exercise again after we do the triceps and then the triceps again to get a second round, okay? All right, so next exercise, we're in a slight lunge position, bent over. You're going to concentrate on 1 arm, pulling that right elbow up, and we kick the arm back and bring it back in. But what happens with this is that a lot of times people will twist their arm. I don't know if you can see that. There's no need to twist your arm, okay? It just goes from a bent perpendicular to hopefully parallel, okay? So a lot of times the weight's too heavy to get that positioning, so you have to go a little lighter until we get that technique. All right, here we go. Kick back. 1. Keep the elbow up. 2. 3. Just try to mirror what I'm doing here. 4. 5. 6. 4 more. 7. 8. 9. And 10. A lot of times people will ask me about exercises for the back of the upper arms. Because that's a muscle that tends to atrophy as well very, very quickly, especially as we age. And that's because that muscle, its job is to do push work, to push. When you think about your day, how often are we pushing? Hardly at all, right? We're lifting and maybe putting things out, so chest and shoulders and chest and triceps all the time. But for triceps, hardly anything at all, right? So we want to make sure we get some push work as often as we can to keep those muscles strong. Let's try the other side. Elbow up and push back. Push back. Feel that push. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 more, everybody. 2. And 1. Good. And rest. right there. You can always do tricep kickbacks, push work with a band, you know, either overhead or kicking it back. That's always a great thing too, or pulling a band across your chest. Also gets a little bit of your triceps in your middle back, which is great, and you're getting a twofer. So please do incorporate those types of exercises as often as you can. That would be fantastic, as well as any of these balance exercises. The more that you can devote to that, the better, okay? All right, let's just cool down here, legs nice and wide. Big inhale up, and exhale, pressing the arms down. Again, inhale up, and exhale down. Shoulder rolls back, really open the chest. 2, and 3, and reverse. If you have any comments, any other suggestions, please do let me know in the comment section. Big stretch here on your left side. If you did like today's workout, we appreciate the thumbs up and showing us some love there. It's always very appreciated, and lets us know that we're on track with providing you with the right content here. Go ahead and push your arms away. Nice upper body stretch here at the back.
I didn't get that.
Oh. And oh, Siri, I'm not talking to you. Okay, and chest stretch right here, shoulders. And just shaking that out. Let's get the legs just a bit. We're just going to lunge to one side. Small, small lunge. Push your hips back behind you. Okay, so you get a nice little stretch there. And then the other side, just a small little stretch. Just making sure we're not loading into the knee. Use your glutes. And center, and rolling up to your back. Let's do that one more time. Coming on down, rolling through your back and coming up. And we're done. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's class. Please do repeat some of those exercises, practice, and I'll see you next Wednesday at 9 a.m. Have a great day. Bye-bye.